Hello, this is David, and welcome to Equity Story. Again, our markets, you can see. I think it's pretty clear. I can show you this on the daily chart. Again, we just can't gain any momentum, and we come up here and we've sort of just banged straight down off this 20-day moving average, which I think is pretty negative, especially when I think the lead from Wall Street was pretty positive. I think Wall Street was up. There you go, 1.78%, and we're down 1.2%. I don't think our market sort of buys any sort of recovery yet, and I think most probably, they're correct in a way. And we'll go to the Dow, and I can show you exactly what I think the situation is on the Dow at the moment. But again, we tried to test that 5,000 level, we couldn't do it, and I think generally speaking that is pretty negative, and I don't think it's definitely we're going to need a lot of good news to get back over this 5,000 level and start trading in a higher range. And when you look at the Dow, and I think this is the crux of it all, is that here we are. There's your, we're on this knife edge at the moment. This is why for Equity Story, I do apologize, but we're not throwing out thousands of trending stocks at the moment because we're sort of on the edge of a cliff here. So as you can see, we've got a real free fall down to this 13,000, 12,000 level if we break these sort of levels. So I think the market and our market is waiting for this sort of to improve, and they want to see more momentum on Wall Street, whether it means the Fed coming out and saying they're not going to raise interest rates, or they need some more positive news from China. But definitely we're on this knife edge, and I think there's a lot of nerves, and if we break these sort of levels, I think especially on a weekly, that 15,698, I don't see sort of much stopping us going back to 12,000. Like I said before, 12,000 is just not a ridiculous level. We were there only 2012, and again the market is repricing risk, and obviously they're looking at higher interest rates possibly in the States, which I don't think will happen, but that's what they believe. And they're looking at issues with the oil price, looking at issues with China, and risk is being repriced. So I think definitely these it's in the balance that obviously this market, the Dow, could go back down to this 13 or 12,000 level, and if that happens, like I keep saying, we're going to be going back to this maybe 4,000 level. So again, be careful, and like I said, I think obviously if we had a fund Equity Story, we would be 65-70% in cash at the moment, and I think that's worth considering as you're looking at the picture at the moment. However, it's all stock specific, and there are some great companies out there, and these are the ones that we've been putting out recently. And I think the ones we put out recently, obviously Catapult's holding up, doing really well. LP has been excellent. I think it's went as high as 0.038 today. It looks very strong. And CM8 obviously all doing well and sort of trading higher than their recent recommendations. One stock I think is interesting is Eden Energy. Now this has been a good story for us, Eden Energy. You can see a little bit from the long-term chart. We actually originally bought this at 4 cents, and we like stories, Equity Story, and often we like stories that are trending up, and this was one of those at the time. Eden Energy has got a very simple business model. They produce concrete at half the price of normal concrete, and nearly twice as strong. So obviously this company potentially has got a fantastic future, and all the recent results that have been coming out from their testing in the States just get better and better, and obviously I think this company's got a great future. What drove the share price up today was actually one of the big newsletters, a very big newsletter in Australia. I think it's got a huge readership. Obviously put this out as the stock of the month, and I believe they headlined it 50 million market cap company in 40 billion market cap business. So obviously it's had this big jump. I think it's possibly the sort of exposure that the company needed to get on everyone's radar. But again, I think now it has been sort of opened up to a lot more people, I think the stock will have a real run. Um, Obviously, Equity Story, it's good that these companies are recognizing companies that have a lot of potential. About 6 or 7 months after Equity Story have recommended them, but that's what we do here at Equity Story. We try and get into these stories and before anybody else, and obviously if we can get into them before anyone else and double our money pretty quickly like we did with Eden Energy, we'll do it. And again, that's been a fantastic call for the company. um, I think there's really not sort of too much to say today. I think uh, we're just speaking with Yowie tomorrow. They had again a great, a pretty strong announcement. So a little bit surprised why the stock then got sold off. It could have been just one. I mean, these stocks are lightly traded. It could have been just one fund manager deciding to get out on the good news. We'll find out a little bit more about Yowie. It's a story we really like, and we believe it's got a lot of potential. And so we will have a little delve into that one tomorrow. And if we are confident that obviously just got sold down, maybe a little bit, could even be maybe some profit taking or just fund managers just playing around, we'll obviously let you know. But Yowie did come out with a great report today, so we'll definitely have a little chat about that one tomorrow. Just again, some of the trending stocks we've got on the moment, they all look fine. They're not really doing anything spectacular, but Blue Sky and Elders and Hub and PME, they're all sort of nicely holding their long-term moving averages. And good to see Tassel Salmon, a stock that we keep going about all the time. What a fantastic trend it's got. Again, they had a good day today, actually. I think hitting record highs. I'd just like to say we obviously we do the weekly buy signals, and the idea of those, I know a lot of people sort of use CFDs, and the idea of we put these signals out is to give an indication of stocks that have momentum either going up or down, or just give a bit of guidance to maybe stocks to stay well away from. And again, like last week, they're incredibly successful. And this week, funny enough, on the Monday, the ones that had sell signals all did really well. And so, I was thinking, hold on a second, what's happening here? But as you can see, I mean, sort of, the system is brilliant, and the stocks that had buy signals are generally speaking doing pretty strong, pretty well. Today we had TGR record highs, MTS record highs for year, SCG record highs from year, so it's certainly picking the momentum there. TRS was one stock that did go down on the first day, but again, I think there's a rumor about the reporting coming up, but it was up today and it's sort of holding that moving average, so we'll see. But again, some of the ones that we said stay away from that had really ugly sell signals, I mean, Wolseley, which was up on Monday, suddenly down today 8%. Again, Guard down 9.75%, 10 down 13%. So it just gives you an idea of what we do here at Equity Story. I think how we sort of managed to pick these the momentum in the very short term, and when we feel more happy with the market, obviously a lot of these buy signals get incorporated into the actual official trends that we put out. But it just gives you an idea how I think accurate we are at picking the trends and momentum in the stocks. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for listening to Equity Story, and I look forward to bringing this report tomorrow night. Thank you. Good night.